What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Well, I've got my HJC ARPA 72 helmet in front of me. And if you'll remember when I was looking at this helmet and purchasing this helmet, I said that I was going to kind of hold off a little while before I bought a Bluetooth system for it because I didn't know whether I want to go with HJC's version or something else, that kind of sticks on the side. Well, I recently was able to get a actually Cardo system that is actually fully integrated, and Cardo just come out with it. They actually have two of them. You have the HJC 4X, which is this one right here, and the HJC Spirit. Let me kind of go over some of the differences between the two of these, and then I'll kind of show you how to install it in your helmet. So both Cardo systems actually work with a list of HJC helmets that you see right here. Now, when you start looking at the prices, the 4X comes in at around $300, where the Spirit comes in at $150. And that kind of makes a little bit more sense when you start looking at the technical specs and the capabilities, because the 4X has a few more capabilities than the actual Spirit. And kind of let me go through some of those differences. One of the main differences is that the battery life on your 4X is 13 hours versus the Spirit only has a 10-hour battery life. The 4X, you can connect up to 4 intercom systems, where the Spirit, you can connect only 2 intercom systems. And your range between the intercom to intercom on your 4X is 3/4 of a mile, where the range on your Spirit is only a 1/4 mile. But when you go to the group size, your 4X or the group range, your 4X, you actually have a 2.2 mile range, where your Spirit only has a 1/2 mile range. Your 4X does include a FM radio, which I don't really know who listens to FM radio anymore, but it is included, where your Spirit does not include the FM radio. Now, some of the similarities: both systems include the Bluetooth version 5.2. Both of them have the 40 millimeter JBL speakers that you can upgrade for about $110 to 45 millimeter JBL speakers. Now, if you want to look at some of the more specs that I may not be mentioning or kind of see which one's better for you, go over to Cardo's website and kind of look at them and make that determination on which one's better for you. So let's do a unboxing, and then we'll get to the install of this Cardo system. All right, so in order to open it up, we're just going to pull right there to open it up, and then just slide it out just like so. And then right here is going to be the part that goes in the back of the helmet. And then this right here is going to go on the side of the helmet, which is going to replace one of your side covers. And then underneath here, you have a bag of several different things. And I'll kind of open that up here in a little bit to see what all is in there. And then, of course, you have a setup guide to help you get started and some more information. So included in our bag was our JBL speakers. We had our charging cable. We had 2 different mics. You got a boom mic and a regular mic. And the boom mic is used for your open face and your modular helmets, where the small one is going to be used for closed face helmets. You had a couple of different types of Velcro. You had some cleaning wipes to help clean for the Velcro to stick a little better. You have a Allen, and also you have 4 screws right there to, replace in case you lose one of your screws. So let's look at the helmet to see what all it's going to take in order to get our system installed. All right, so on the bottom back side of our helmet, we need to remove this little cover. And on each side of it, you have 2 Allen screws that you need to remove. Now, with the Allen that was included in our kit, remove those 2 Allens, but be sure to retain those 2 screws because we're going to be reusing them. But if you lose one of them, you do have 2 more that was included in our kit. Now that we have our 2 Allen screws removed, just kind of lift up on the rubber that's going around the bottom of the helmet and kind of lift up with your other finger to remove the actual cover. All right, so on the left side of the helmet, on the same side that the actual internal sunscreen is on, we need to remove this cover right here. Now, right there, and I can't really see it and do it at the same time, but right there is a little catch that you need to pull toward the inside in order to release this cover right here. So that little catch I was talking about, I'm going to pull to the inside with my thumb, and then I'm going to use the other side to remove, and it comes off just like that. So on the inside of the helmet, we need to pop this cheek pad right here off. And so just kind of pull to the outside, and it's got 3 little catches on it right there. So that's 2. And then we'll do this third one right here, and then just kind of lift it toward the outside. And that gives us access to some of the channels that we're going to be running the wire. And as far as your actual front mic is concerned, it's going to go right there and run along this channel right here. So we do need to remove the other side cheek pad, and the reason being is that we need to put our speaker in on this side as well. So it's the same 3 catches that you had on the other side. All right, so let's start the install by installing the back part of our unit, and it's just going to fit right down here in this covey. And you're going to have to kind of pull this rubber back a little bit in order for it to drop in place like it's supposed to be. All right, now that we have it lined up and our wires are kind of running toward the outside of the unit, like they're supposed to be, we can install our Allens to mount it to the helmet. You don't have to put like a gorilla type strength to tighten these up. You're just going to have to tighten them just, kind of pretty snug, that way they're not coming out while you're going down the road. All right, so let's install our side unit. And the way it works is we're just going to kind of line our tabs. You got 3 of them right there. And once they're lined up, you're just going to push it forward and it should lock in place. Just like that. And then we'll take our wire and kind of run it in underneath our rubber right there. All right, so that right there is going to be our charging port, and I'm just going to kind of lay it right there on the inside, just barely to keep it out of the way. And then you have your actual speaker port and your actual mic port, and I'm going to run those right there and then kind of bring them onto the inside. That way I can hook those up to your speakers and your mic. So I'm going to be kind of running those wires in here. You're not going to really be able to tell what I'm doing. So when I get those installed, I'll come back and hopefully I can kind of pull the cheek pads back enough so you can see how I ran those wires. All right, so that didn't go quite as smooth as I was hoping. I did have to pull the top liner back to get the wires to go from this speaker right there all the way around to the speaker over there. And then the actual connection is going to be tucked in right there. The mic is directional. There's an arrow on both sides of the mic, so just be cautious of that. And I'm going to tuck the mic in kind of right there. And then I was able to kind of run the mic in a little bit of the groove, but not a much, but there's the mic right there. All right, so I finally got all the snaps on the inside of the helmet snapped in, and I actually had to move where I had the mic and the speaker connection because one of the snaps, I just could not get it to snap in place. And of course, you want to make sure all that snapped in place, that way it's still comfortable. And so once you have your wires set up and you have it snapped back in, go ahead and put your helmet back on and make sure that it's still comfortable to wear and that none of the wires are kind of being interfered when you're pulling your helmet on and off. But, the last thing that I'm going to have to do is I'm actually going to have to download the actual Cardo app. So I'm going to have to scan the QR code. But as far as this video is concerned, I just kind of wanted to show you how to install it So when I did the initial recording on this video, I actually hopped on the bike and recorded a little bit, hoping that the mic that I have on the GoPro could pick up the Cardo system, but it's a little far away. As far as the Cardo system is concerned, the install of the Cardo system was pretty easy. I mean, I was kind of fussing a little bit about running the wires, but that's really not on Cardo. That's on running any kind of Bluetooth system with any kind of helmet because of the confined space of just, reaching inside the helmet and trying to work with everything. But the install was pretty easy. When I downloaded the Cardo app, I was able to activate it, and more or less after a few clicks, the Cardo system was readily available for use, and I'm very pleased with that. And also very pleased with the quality of the audio coming out of the speakers. I still have a lot to learn. I've got to learn the button combinations. I need to learn all the voice commands. But, I've never had a Cardo system before, and so that's just kind of a learning process that's going to be on me. So overall, I'm very pleased with the Cardo system and very glad that I've got it. So if you thought this video was helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below. And until the next video, see ya!